Hi everyone, and welcome to the Casually Avid Gamer Plays 7 Days to Die. And we're getting right into it. Zombie Horde. The end of last episode, I was going to come up here and start moving our supplies to the next floor, but before I even got into it, the Zombie Horde kind of showed up. And these guys... Come on now. Okay, there we go. And we got more coming. Except these guys, they know we're here. Oops. I don't think that was good. Oh! I blew up a torch. Well, this will be entertaining to say the least. Alright, so let's talk about this episode, what we're going to do. I don't think I'm going to show everything this episode. I don't think I'm going to show all of the Horde this episode, because we've already done several episodes where it's just me fighting the Horde, and that takes forever. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to fight these guys for a little bit longer, and then we're going to take a break. And then we'll come back and actually we'll have to see what we're going to do with the rest of our episode. Because right now it's kind of hard to think, you know? Come here. Is that a feral? That's a feral. But you shoot him 3 times in the head. It's kind of effective. Oops. Come on, where is everybody? And I think to try to conserve ammo, my plan is going to be only shoot the zombies who look like they're trying to tear the base down. And past that, we'll just let it do whatever. I'm not too terribly worried about it. We're trying to make it to 4 a.m., and then these kids will calm down. Oh man! So yeah, so far this is working really well. Those fully upgraded spikes are doing a ton of damage. It is a lot easier to see bad guys with this floor being nothing but metal trussing, although I can't wait to get these out of there because they're actually causing problems right now because of that guy. Where's he at? And the reason why I shoot that guy is because the more damage they take, they all of a sudden start getting kind of angry. And when they get angry, they start running around and then they explode. Which, if you ever watch my Minecraft series, you know how much I love things that explode. I mean, they're just like my favorite thing on the planet. Come on, how tough is this guy? There we go. Stop breaking my spikes! That was fun. Is that it? No, it's not it. Alright guys, I'm gonna dance my way through the night, and then I'll check in with you guys in the morning. This is actually gonna be kind of fun. I'm enjoying this so far. Panic level 0. Although I do have to say that blood wasp sound is still the most annoying thing on the planet. Now, I don't know how much our spikes are going to survive the night. We'll have to see about that. Oh, I don't like people breaking my base. Oh, that's a... Here we go. Anybody else? Yes, more people. Oh, but man, we are burning through the shotgun ammo. Something fierce. Alright, it's morning, and let's check out the damage. But first... What a shot! Oh, that's awesome. Let's start surveying the damage. Now, one of the things that I'm hoping they fix or change or nerf or whatever you want to call it in any of the next updates is the fact that if, well, let me back up a little bit. This right here, that's 2 gore blocks. There's one there and there's one there. Now, gore blocks are affected by gravity, which is fine. But if a gore block falls, it destroys like anything constructed beneath it. So like if I broke this block first and this block fell, that spike would completely go away. Like the whole thing. Or at least that's my understanding of it. And that seems awfully expensive. So alright, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go around clearing up the gore blocks and then start doing some repairs. We seem to weather the storm pretty well. It looks like we lost some wood, and we lost maybe 1 layer of scrap metal in one spot. So overall, I think this base held up pretty darn awesome. Okay, yeah, the base held up awesome. So did the spikes. I actually think we got kind of lucky on spike damage because there was a lot less than I was expecting. We had several that the outer wood layer was stripped off, but only 1 spike where a scrap metal layer was taken off. So this has worked out really well. I don't expect that to continue in the future. I'm figuring there's probably going to be a lot more damage. So now I gotta finish the job that I was so rudely interrupted with last night, where I wanted to transfer our supplies up to the next floor up. That way we could have a full killing floor down here. Alright, we now have a fully functioning killing floor. Oh, that's gonna make those zombie hordes a lot easier. Although I do have to say, I took the strategy last night of just killing the ones that seemed like they were attacking the base or the spikes themselves, and letting the other ones just kind of wander across the spikes and die on their own. And I think that helped a bit. We used quite a bit of shotgun ammo, but not anything too terrible. Nothing we can't recover from. So all in all, I really like how this base is shaped up. Now let's go ahead and hop up here and look at everything and look at this. This is our supply room. We've got health supplies, food, anything weapon related, and then everything else. We've also got a lip out here just in case we need to come do some shooting and some slaying, which is always fun. Put that there. I haven't put... I don't want to fall down there. I haven't put a ladder up to the next floor yet because, like I said, at some point I think we're going to add an extra block of height to this room just to give us some more storage. And then I don't know what I'm going to do up there in the first place. Alrighty, well, after all of the excitement of the Horde, and we've got half a day left, so I thought I would go do just a teeny tiny bit of exploring. I don't think we really have time to do a lot, but at least do some. We're kind of set on supplies right now, I think. Except for gunpowder and whatnot. Ooh, more bear. Let's see, where are we at? Okay, we want to keep going this way. Gunpowder's the one thing I'm kind of still worried about. But past that, I'm just hoping to find some schematics and things like that. Although here we have some coal, which I need to pick up every bit I can find, because this is what's making us short on gunpowder. I don't know if they changed the amount of coal you get when mining, but it just hasn't seemed to go as far as it has in previous games. But anyway, I gotta pick this stuff up. Okay, so we've explored that way, and actually that way is one of the routes we took to get to the hub city, which we are going back to at some point. I didn't like getting run out of there as fast as I did last time, but we don't have enough time today to make it over there and actually do any decent exploring. So we're going to go this way. The way the game works is whenever you come across a path, a gravel path, it leads to at least one point of interest, but there are only certain types of points of interest that will appear off of a gravel path. Others have to appear off of a paved road. I followed the gravel path, and it's really annoying that a puddle of water is now a point of interest in the game. I think what this is in preparation for is that pretty soon toilets you find, like in houses, obviously, or in stores, they will only have enough water that would kind of fill the toilet tank, and eventually it'll run out. So I'm guessing those puddles are going to be a pretty valuable water source. Like there's another one. And I don't know if those will run out, but it's still just kind of disappointing to, looking for a point of interest and you find a puddle. Kind of odd. Okay, guys. Over the night, I finished a second section up for our underground farm. And we need to go put the skylight in, because right now there's a place for everything to grow, but there's no way for light to get in. And like we did with this thing right there, we have to build another one of those, basically. So let's go see if I can find... It should be right about... Yep, there. Okay. So now we just put another ring of concrete around there, and I like to put the first bit of concrete in the ground first. Or rather than setting the concrete on top of the ground, we sink the first one there. Like so. Alright, the reason why we're doing this kind of crazy sort of bunkery type thing here to protect the skylight is these windows are incredibly fragile, and to, I guess, just airdrop into my little escape tunnel farm area, all they'd have to do is break this out. So I'm building this 4 high, then we put a little lip around it. That means no zombies are going to climb up there, and it should be relatively safe. So there's that. Now we just need to get the lip around there. And we should be set. Although, I don't want anybody getting stuck in here either, so... I think what we're just going to do is fill this up with wooden frames. I hear the pitter-patter of zombie feet somewhere. Ah, there we go. Just one of you? Okay, come here. Oh, and there's a Matt. There's a Matt. Surfing downhill. What a guy. Ooh. What do I do with this? Well, I guess we don't get any then. Alright. Come here, buddy. There we go. Does he have anything fun? Book we already have and a glass pane. Alright, no, nothing we need. Because while we could scrap the book for paper, I've got like 1,000 paper, which is enough for 1,000 shotgun shells. So we're set on paper for a while. Next, I need to get the crops planted below so they can start growing. Alright, so we've got our first indoor farm working with our skylight right there. I don't know why that had to collapse to too wide. I really don't. There might be some kind of gap or something between here and bedrock that might have done it. But our other side, the one wide gap seemed to do it. And there we go. So now we got to get some plants planted. What I'm wanting to do is some goldenrod. I want to do most of this area in goldenrod seed, but as you can see, I only have 4 seeds of it. So we're going to put just a few blueberries, a couple potatoes, and make up the rest in coffee because, you know, hey, coffee. Now, in order for most of this stuff to grow, except for I think the goldenroot can grow on grassy turf. Everything else needs to be tilled or hoed, which is kind of a pain. So one of the ways that you can plant the more finicky type plants without having to hoe the ground is plant the dirt and then immediately plant the plant. That way there isn't any time for grass to start growing on that particular piece of dirt. So finish these out. And we'll have a second farm going. I've got a bunch of tallow cooking up, and here's what I'm thinking about doing. Tallow can make torches and candles. I think those are really the only things you can make with it. Unless it's involved in dynamite somehow, which I might just be channeling Fight Club, so who knows. But what I'm thinking about doing is zombie hordes usually come at night. And oddly enough, at night, it's dark out. And one of the problems I was having with the last horde was I could see everybody under here, but since the horde started coming in the middle of the night, I couldn't see anybody out here. So I couldn't pick anybody off long range. You know, I don't know if you remember watching from the other times I fought hordes. I tend to like to kill the acid spitters while they're way out here and not wrecking my base. So I'm thinking about just making a bunch of candles and putting them all over the place out here to kind of extend my line of sight. Now I think, however, the downside to that is that much light will generate a ton of heat. The game turn heat, not real heat. And that heat will attract more and more zombies. So I could be kind of shooting myself in the foot there. But I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Now I think I'm going to go do a little bit of exploring while we've still got some daylight left. And then we'll, I think after that, yeah, it'll be about time to wrap up the episode. Change of plan. Supply drop. Now we will run one of these down and lose it like we always do. All right, we'll see. We'll check it in a bit. Hey! Hey! We didn't lose it! Looky! Oh man. What do we got? Ooh. We'll take it all. Ugh. That's really nice of them to airlift in faulty weapons parts. Like, that's kind of shady, actually. That's kind of like really shady, actually. Well, alright guys, we ran down our supply package, our care drop, if you will, or whatever it is. Care package, that's it. I'd get there. I knew I'd get there eventually. But I think we're going to call it there for this episode. We're going to shoot some zombies in the head, and we are going to head back to our base, I think. So I want to thank you guys for tuning into this episode of the Casually Avid Gamer Plays 10 Days to Die. 7 Days to Die, not 10. 10 would make it a lot easier, actually. Can we work on that? Can we just change the whole game's name? 14 Days to Die. Thank you very much. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning into this episode of 7. That's right, I said 7 Days to Die. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. If you did, please click that like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. All that stuff. It's all good. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time.